our main topic will be this foundation. I have been eyeing this foundation for a while. It is a little bit quite expensive for me. It is $48, and I just wanted to check this out because I have seen this one for the longest time in Sephora, and it was in it was like my Christmas wish. It wasn't until I actually got it in my Beautylish package that I ordered. Honestly, I just made 3 different payments and I don't feel like it's taking all my money right away. So I know I feel bad that I actually go to Sephora and try products sometimes and I don't end up buying them because I might end up buying them sometimes in QVC, or I end up buying them or Beautylish or something like that, because honestly it's just a little bit more affordable. And if you guys like this look, it is brought up by Macy's. I usually purchase my stuff in Macy's, so this one was in the clearance section. It was like for $6-7. It wasn't that bad. I mean, honestly, I would never think that back in the day. I would never expect Macy's to be such an affordable, you know, website to be or work, and go and explore and, you know, find your whatever you wanted to try. They have so much variety going on. They have so many things in clearance, so many good sizes. This one is a 2XL and I'm in love with the color. So jumping back to this one, so this is a Vanish Seamless Finish Foundation Stick. You guys know how much I love my Bobbi Brown stick foundation, my Anastasia Beverly Hills, and honestly I've been in search for other ones, so this one was one of the ones that I wanted to try out. This is in the shade Golden Tan. It comes in this like kind of like a golden, kind of like chocolatey one package. Hourglass has so much good stuff and I have never tried them, so I'm excited that I finally am able to bring it out for you guys. So I'm just gonna go get my skin ready. First I'm gonna apply the Mario Badescu. This is a facial spray with the rose, and then I'm also gonna do a little bit of the Ulta Mattifying Face Primer. This one comes in a roller ball, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use the mattifying one over here on my, where I feel like I usually have more texture and more pores are more visible. And then for the rest of the face, I am gonna go ahead and use my beloved Clinique Pepstar Hydro Blur moisturizer. I'm also eyeing the one with the yellow moisturizer. That one has the SPF. I can't wait to finish this one up, and then I'll go ahead and order the other one from either Clinique.com or Sephora. So I just go ahead and apply it. Just go ahead and let it sink in. My gosh, what am I watching? And I'm just gonna go ahead and let it sink in a little bit. And I also have the Full Coverage Liquid Concealer Waterproof. This is in light neutral. I like this one because it's very full coverage, but it doesn't look full coverage. It just looks very natural. And for me, that I'm not, I don't wear makeup on a daily basis, like a bunch of makeup. I like to wear natural. This one is like really good one for me. I'm also gonna try to see if I can get a kind of a brush so I can blend this out. I'm gonna use the Clinique eye contour brush, and for this one we're gonna go ahead and grab a mirror so I know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending this out. I'm gonna get real close up with you guys. Just blend this out, and it looks very natural. It gives me a very natural, like, awakened look. I just go ahead and blend it out. While I do this, I wanted to do this first because I wanted to give more of a time frame for my concealer to sink in and let it dry it out. The reason why is because I wanted you guys to focus on the foundation and benefits of it, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the foundation now. This is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Stick Foundation. This is a long wearing foundation. Packaging, it's tremendous. Like, it's super elegant, super pretty, very elegant. Like, I don't know, I can't say other things than elegant. It comes in like triangular base, Now, one thing for sure is like, I feel like you don't get as much product in it as a regular stick foundation. This one only has 0.28 ounces. It's not even half an ounce, but I honestly think it's worth it because it's a full coverage stick foundation. It feels very creamy, but it's oil free. So let me talk to you a little bit more about it. When you go online, it tells you that it's a long wear foundation with the coverage of a concealer and the fluidity of a liquid and weightless of a powder for invisible coverage. And it has a long wear of 12 hours, and I've honestly tried it out. I'm also gonna add that short clip on here. I've used this a couple of times already, and I want to say that it does look very natural. I've used my fingertips before, so in this version I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure I use a buff brush. Today I'm gonna use the flat top foundation brush from Sonia Kashuk. You can find this one's in Target. So this foundation retails for $48. They have a whole variety of shade ranges. It is oil free, it is waterproof, it is paraben free, and is recommended for all skin types. It has no parabens, no fragrance, no gluten, no sulfates, no nanoparticles, no phthalates, no synthetic dyes, no GMOs, and no, it's not tested in animals. So for all of you guys that are very interested into what yes and not, this will be the no's. So I really enjoyed this one. Like, again, you can tell it's already being used a little bit for me. We're gonna go ahead and start applying this one, and I just like to go a little, goes a long way, but because of today when I do a little bit more on the full coverage, you're gonna see me with more and more. And honestly, this is what it looks like. We're just gonna go ahead and pull it all out. That's all that it's coming out. There's no more. I like it because it's very like not only elegant, but it also looks luxurious. It looks very high end. So they don't, this brand Hourglass, they don't do any animal testing, so I'm very happy about that. Just gonna go ahead and blend this out. Make sure it's all well applied. And today we're gonna do a lot of sticks. I actually have with me the contour stick by Clinique, as well as a blush stick with the highlight from Clinique. So we'll see how they apply, how it works all together. So now that it's been like a little bit more well applied, I'm gonna go ahead and spray a little bit of Mario Badescu, so it helps me to blend it out more. I would definitely say that the sponge would give me more fuller coverage, but this one today I just wanted to make sure I could do this one with a brush, because I'm not really used to using brushes a lot when it comes to applying your foundation, so I just wanted to see that for myself. Gonna get real up close here so you guys can see me. And I have a bag with me of goodies that I haven't even tried, so I brought it over so you guys could see it. Like, what I like about this foundation so far is that it gives me full coverage, but it doesn't look like foundation. It just looks like your skin. It just looks very natural. So we're gonna go ahead and let it sink in for a little bit. And then we're gonna go ahead and check out, I have in here a couple of items. I have this highlighter from Wet n Wild. This one, it's the highlighting powder. This is brand new. This is on the shade of Mega Glow Bloom Time. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can open it up. This looks really, really pretty. Hope you guys can see it. It's kind of like a rosy peachy tone. Very, very elegant for the for this season. And we're gonna go ahead and use my Macy's brush, Macy's brown brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and see how this applies. It does look very powdery. It gives me a little bit of fallout in here, but we're gonna keep continuing building this product in here. Okay, it's giving me highlight. vibes. It's finally building. I feel like it's kind of like in between a blush and a highlighter. I also wanted to see with this, how would the foundation feel and react, because a lot of, with an Anastasia a stick foundation, I felt like products on top of it would break, but this one we haven't even tried it yet, so I want to see. I'm gonna do a little bit of contour, the chubby stick contour, and then just kind of give it a little bit of dimension. We're gonna use our Morphe contour brush. So far it's building pretty well. I'm not seeing anything like crazy. Although I do have a hard time building this. I feel like the Clinique contour stick, it's a little bit creamy. It may give me a little bit of hard time on how to blend it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray one more time the Mario Badescu, just to see how this looks. And then remember guys, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys subscribe to the channel, as well as you guys let me in the comments down below how you guys feel about this makeup tutorials. What do you guys want me to try it out for you? Honestly, looks really good. I can't complain. I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I could use, let's see what I can use over here from. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can use a bronzer. This is from this brand that I've never tried. It's called The Balm in San Francisco. The Balm. So let's go ahead and open it up. Look how pretty it is. Super, super pretty. I got this one at Kohl's. I'm gonna go ahead and see how this crown brush would work on this bronze. Look how pretty it is. Super, super pretty. We're just gonna go ahead and grab a little bit. Grabs a lot of it, actually. And just gonna make sure it's all blended. Just more dimension. Give it me a more natural look than what I already have. And then now we're gonna continue with a little bit of brows, because I need some brows. I need to actually get my brows in. So we'll see how this one feels. Tell me guys, what do you guys think? Do we like the highlighters so far? I hope we do. Just gonna go ahead and brush a little bit. Give a little bit of dimension. And then a little bit more. Now this is a Clinique Super Fine Line Brows, Super Fine Line Liner for brows. This is in the shade Deep Brown. I really like this one. It is very creamy, it's very easy to use. Even if you're not used to using like brow products, although it's so creamy that sometimes it's really easy to break. That's one of the things that I like about this, like it won't get dry easy. Just gonna go ahead and make sure I blend this out. Gonna grab my couple of brushes that I have in here. Couple. Let's see, why am I never prepared? Gonna go ahead and use this either Anastasia, I think it is, brush pencil. And I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this out so it looks seamless. Now that I'm seeing a little bit more up close, the highlight, I really like the rosy tone. It kind of reminds me of the Clinique one, and it also reminds me of the one by, what's his name, Jeffree Star highlight, which I have in here too. So it reminds me of the Legendary one, which is right here. It's very, very similar. Like I would say that that one's a dupe, definitely. Okay, let me even swatch it to see. So this is Legendary by 24 Carats of Jeffree, and then this one right here, it's super creamy. The Wet n Wild, the Mega Glow Bloom Time. I'm gonna go ahead and try this out and see how this feels. Very nice design in here, like a flower. It's We're just gonna go ahead and grab a little bit. Definitely not as creamy as the Jeffree Star, but very, very similar. Not like super similar, but it's very, very similar. I feel like this is more of a blush, a little bit like more pinky. This is more peachy. So far it's working, which is pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and set it up one more time. We're gonna go see how this looks. How you doing? We're gonna go ahead and get a sponge and just make sure it's all well blended. For the sponge, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Macy's sponge. I don't like to blend this a lot, like wet a lot. Just like to spray a little bit of the Mario Badescu and just blend this out so it looks very, very seamless. So when I have like texture in it, it just sits on it. It adheres onto my skin, not just sits on it. If that makes any sense. So I like to use the sponge to make sure it doesn't sit, like it's not sitting on top of my skin. It just feels more of my natural glow. And you can already tell by how this looks. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a little bit more of this highlighting Wet n Wild Bloom Time. If I can open this up, of course. And we're gonna go ahead and use again my Macy's brush. So good. These brushes were so good. Like I feel like I didn't see them anywhere. See how pretty that is? This is a Wet n Wild. And then for the final effect, I like to look a little bit more hydrated. So we're gonna go ahead and use my Clinique ID. Now, if you're somebody who doesn't want to like mess up your skincare or your makeup or whatever, I just like to set it up so it does looks more refreshed and it does looks more hydrated. Like it looks really natural. I like that. And there's no makeup in here. So far, so good. I can't complain about it. I like it. Now, overall, the foundation, I would say it has a pros and cons. The only con that I see that I would not repurchase this item, again, the Hourglass, it's the fact that it's a little bit pricey. It's $48, only has 0.28 grams. Definitely, I think the Anastasia one works as well. It doesn't give you that like Barbie doll finish that you're probably gonna look for it. For this one, honestly, it gives me a very, very natural finish. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and try it over here. Like so creamy. Look how creamy that is. But overall, I would say that this looks fine to me, and I would definitely splurge the money for this one just because it does last a long time. Products sit well on top of it. The foundation won't break. You don't need a primer all the time if you're somebody who's on the go usually. Honestly, I recommend it. I recommend it 100%. Cream contour, so just fine in here. Just actually gonna go ahead and blend this out a little bit more. And then the powder highlight, it's over here. It's sitting just fine as well as in the nose. The brow product does fine as well. And then the cream concealer from Ulta, it looks just natural. I would say that overall, I really like it. Hope you guys like this video. If you guys like it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you guys don't like it, make sure you comment down below the reason why. Don't want to make this video a longer video than it already is. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.